Subscribe GA. Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Drew chooses to sacrifice himself in order for Portia to have a happy family. Many connections in Port Charles have been moving about a lot, as General Hospital has shown. Portia will initially question whether there is still a chance for her marriage to Curtis to succeed. Jordan will assist someone in the meantime in picking up the shards of their broken heart. Carly and Drew will talk about a choice about their SEC lawsuit across town. Olivia will wait at General Hospital for Ned's status updates. Will she receive some positive news? To learn more, continue reading TV season and spoilers. Jordan consoles Taggart while Portia and Curtis hold a torch for hope. On General Hospital, Curtis Ashford will have a birthday episode. Not only will this be cause for celebration, but it will also mark a significant turning point for him and Trina. He will receive a surprise gift from his biological daughter, which will strengthen their relationship. Portia will yearn for a happy family as she watches Curtis and Trina get closer. She will therefore contact Curtis and inquire as to if there is any chance that they may save their marriage. Thankfully, Trina's efforts will inspire Curtis to tell her that they still have a chance to save their marriage. Can they, though? In particular, with the secret kiss hovering over his head. When it comes to utilizing alcohol as a painkiller in other parts of Port Charles, Taggart will really go off the rails. General Hospital hints that Jordan will run into a severely inebriated Taggart and be shocked by his state. The beleaguered father will admit that learning Trina is not his biological daughter has devastated him. He had been using alcohol to dull his agony as a result. Jordan will have sympathy for him, but she will also make an effort to calm him down. Will this interaction result in anything more later on? Follow along to find out. General Hospital Sasha is heartbroken for Gladys, and Drew gives Carly a solution. Sasha will feel some heartache later in the episode as a result of Gladys' attitude toward her guardianship on General Hospital. Sasha had previously believed that she had recovered sufficiently to be able to take care of herself and her money. She therefore desired to release Gladys from her parental responsibilities. Gladys, though, will feel differently about the situation. Sasha is not ready, and she wants to continue being Sasha's guardian. She will insist. She will claim that she is only thinking about Sasha, but we all know that Gladys is only thinking about herself. Can she maintain control over Sasha's money? According to General Hospital teasers for June 13, 2023, Drew will return his attention to that SEC case after having his involvement in Ned's accident cleared up. He'll approach Carly and make her a startling offer. Drew would want to accept responsibility for them both and keep Carly out of jail. But will Carly permit him to make such a selfless sacrifice? TJ will deliver some good news about Ned to Olivia in the meanwhile. It's possible that TJ will inform her that Ned is improving because other spoilers indicate that he will awaken later this week, but it remains to be seen how Ned will respond when he wakes up. As Willow recovers, her resentment against Michael's secrets grows. According to General Hospital, Willow Corinthos' recovery from her bone marrow transplant may be progressing, but there are still obstacles she must clear before returning to her home with Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, and the children. There hasn't been much time for Willow and Michael to get to know one another since she entered the isolation chamber. But even though he is now permitted to sit by her side as she recovers, he hasn't yet told her about what's happening in the outside world. Their original plans for Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, have undergone a significant change. The path Michael is on will change Willow's life completely, and when she gets the strength to argue with her husband, he won't like what she has to say. Recovery from the General Hospital consumes all of Willow Tate's energy. Since Willow is currently fighting for her life on the General Hospital, she needs plenty of rest and a low-stress environment so that her body can devote all of its energy to accepting the bone marrow transplant, producing new cells, and restoring her health so that she will eventually be cancer-free. Michael feels the same way at the moment. Therefore, it makes some sense that he wouldn't concern Willow with such trivial things as the drama currently engulfing his father or his mother's unexpected involvement. She won't be pleased if she comes back. Willow will have a lot of catching up to do when she gets back on her feet. Michael may find it difficult to update her on everything he has been doing since her transplant because he is aware that some of it would make her uncomfortable. It might take him some time to come to regard Willow as a strong woman once more, but he doesn't want to do anything to put her back. He has had to take additional care not to stress her out because, in his opinion, she has been so frail for such a long time. One can counter that Michael might use that as a pretext to hide Willow's identity. Let's start with his choice to show his mother the Pikeman tape. The second is regarding his intentions to keep his father safe and to hire Dex Heller, Evan Hofer, to replace Jason Morgan, Steve Burton. That wasn't covered by the arrangement they settled on. Spoilers for General Hospital, no mob life for this wife. Willow was never interested in any aspect of Sunny's life. Although she considers Michael's father to be a part of her family, she does not want her husband to be involved in his illicit enterprise. She wasn't about to adopt that lifestyle and bring her own children into it either, even though she didn't want Michael to give his own father into the authorities. Michael was once so opposed to Sunny's world of evil and peril that he intended to completely abolish the man's enterprise. Why is he suddenly encircling it? Because Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, urged him to do so. Michael might be forced to decide between joining the mob and choosing Willow. What transpired on General Hospital with Nina? Given all the ups and downs Nina Reeves has experienced on General Hospital, it makes sense that some viewers could find it difficult to relate to her persona. So let us to tell you about her crazy past, which led her to become a magazine editor after stealing babies. The character of Nina, played by Emmy Award-winning actress Michelle Stafford, debuted on General Hospital in May 2014. However, after she decided to quit the serial opera, Cynthia Wattrose, another Emmy winner, was chosen in her place, and she has since played the con artist. After learning that Madeline Reeves had accidentally thrown Nina into a coma by giving her an excessive dose of antidepressants in order to make her miscarry Silas' child, Nathan West intended to hold Silas Clay accountable. Nina appeared in Port Charles after emerging from her coma, despite Madeline's subsequent declaration that her daughter had passed away. She wished that she and Silas could resume their previous relationship, but he revealed that he was now seeing Sam McCall. Nina claimed to be all right with it while actually planning to be in their way. She even pretended to still require her wheelchair when she actually didn't. Silas was won back by Nina, but after he discovered her falsehoods, they broke up. Nina made the decision to make Alva Jerome go into labor under duress so she would give birth to his baby and then steal her daughter. She fled with Franco Baldwin, but when the police found them, Silas persuaded Nina to return Ava's child. She was sent to Shadybrook after entering a plea of not guilty by reason of insanity, where she met Heather Weber. To keep Nina safe from his mother, Franco was able to secure his own commitment, and the two formed a close friendship before being let go. Nina complied with Franco's plan to intimidate Olivia Falconeri into providing them with free lodging and food at the Metro Court Hotel because she was unable to access her trust fund. Nina was upset that Franco didn't believe in her innocence after Ava's daughter was taken once more, so she married Rick Lansing to avenge him. However, Rick had merely with Nina in order to give Madeline access to her money. When Franco discovered her holding the knife over Silas' lifeless body, she was also the main suspect in his slaying. It was Madeline who killed him, as it turned out. Nina desired a new beginning after she was freed from Rick, so she persuaded Julian Jerome to hire her and promote her to editor-in-chief of Crimson magazine. She was drawn to Valentin Cassadine and decided to marry him to support his Charlotte's custody petition. Sadly, Nina Devane became envious over his continued association with Anna Devane, and when she found out he had realized Peter August was really Henrik Faison, she dumped him and held him partially accountable for Caesar Faison's murder of her brother Nathan. It also didn't help that Nina would finally have a child, something she always Obrecht in kidnapping Peter, who was responsible for Nathan's death. But when the doctor threatened to kill him in retaliation, Nina backed down and actually assisted in his release. When Nina received a package carrying a locket from her youth after learning of her mother's passing, she discovered that the other half of the heart belonged to the daughter whose death she had been informed occurred while she was in a coma. Unknown to Nina, Valentin had concocted a plan to have a young woman named Sasha Gilmore pretend as her long-lost child, because he was so anxious to win back her affection that he persuaded Madeline to claim the baby had lived. Nina initially showed caution, but she eventually became ecstatic to see her daughter again. This let Nina finally give in to her affections for Valentin, which led to their inevitable reconciliation. When Jasper Jax bought his way into Aurora Media, Nina became motivated to prove to him that she could make Crimson even more prosperous than before. And the ensuing flames between them set a jealous Valentin against his presumed competitor. Unfortunately, Lulu overheard Obrecht and Sasha discussing the deception and disclosed the truth during the wedding, which proved to be the couple's downfall. Nina left the chapel in tears after discovering Sasha had lied, and Jax accompanied her to his new house to give her a shoulder to weep on. Nina forgave Valentin and started making plans to wed him again, while keeping Sasha at a distance. But it turned out that she was spying on him and intended to kill him at the altar. In order to defeat the Cassadine men who had mistreated them both, she even pushed Ava to team up with her. On New Year's Eve, just as they were about to exchange vows, Nicholas interrupted the ceremony with Ava, whom Valentin had just attempted to kill. Valentin believed Nina had set him up for a fall, as everyone was shocked to see Nick alive. Nina discovered that she was becoming closer to Jax after she had severed her relationship with Valentin. She was concerned after their passionate kiss because he was technically her boss, but when he talked to human resources and obtained the go-ahead, they were finally able to start dating. When Jax refused to accept Maxie's raise, Nina lost Maxie and hired Nell Benson to keep a watch on her. However, Benson actually testified against Maxie when Nina sought custody of her son Wiley. Jax was able to locate a jeweler who connected the heart pendant to nurse Phyllis Caulfield. And Nina also made the decision to resume her quest for her long-lost daughter. When Phyllis delivered the baby to her adoptive parents in Florida, Nina recalled her nurse and she learned that she had given the infant half of the necklace. Nina finally discovered that the necklace Tiny Avery had found belonged to Nell, despite Carly's efforts to suppress the information, since she was responsible for Nell's death. Nana was angry at Jax for helping Carly maintain the secret for so long and heartbroken to find that her long-lost daughter was now genuinely lost. When Nina realized she would never get to see her daughter, she was devastated. She then sought to get in touch with her grandson Wiley, but Carly also got in the way. Frustrated, Nina left Port Charles and went to the Tano to see Phyllis. There, she was shocked to learn that the familiar voice she had previously heard on the phone belonged to a Sonny Corinthos who was still very much alive. She promptly dialed Carly, but any desire to reassure her that her husband was still alive was swiftly dashed when Carly reacted badly to her. After being shocked to learn that Sonny had amnesia, Nina got to know Mike and discovered that she was enjoying his company and the break from the drama in Port Charles. Nevertheless, Nixon Falls had its share of thrills as Nina and Mike became closer as they worked together to bring down dishonest developer Elijah. When Jax came to visit, he saw Sonny, but he had already been shot by a robber, so Nana was able to persuade him that he had seen the wrong person. Later, after Jax informed her that she could see Wiley, Nina visited Port Charles once more, assuring Mike that she would return shortly and sealing the deal with a kiss. When Lenny Caulfield passed away after she got back to Nixon Falls, Nina was devastated and continued to feel bad for sheltering Sonny from the truth. However, things only became more difficult when Peter appeared at the Tano and vowed to blow up her house of cards if she didn't assist him in recovering his daughter from Maxie. Jax then arrived as well, learning that Sunny was still alive and pleading with Nina to reveal his true identity. But when Peter lit the tonneau on fire with Phyllis and Nina locked inside, she was forced to make a different choice. Sunny was enraged at Nina for lying to him for such a long time as he emerged from the smoke after Mike raging flames. Mike's memories came back. He refused to believe that Mike was real and went back to Port Charles to take control of his life, despite Nina's best efforts to convince him that they have fallen in love. Maxie was informed of what had occurred by Nina, who had following. She met with Wiley as well before being challenged by Carly, who had just discovered from Maxie how Nina had misled Sunny about his identity for months. Carly threatened to destroy Nina for what she had done to her family, despite her best efforts to explain and apologize. Sunny begged Carly to simply let everything go, but Michael had Nina detained after accusing her, and she appeared before a court in Pennsylvania to see whether or not she should face charges. But during the hearing, Scott was able to persuade Willow to confess that she had overheard Sunny and Nina talking about their connection in Nixon Falls. He then persuaded Sunny to acknowledge that he didn't feel like a victim. The charges were dropped by the judge, but Nina was miffed that her relationship with Mike had come to light, and Carly was still displeased with her. Sunny attempted to mend his marriage to Carly, but Nina appeared at his romantic surprise on the Haunted Star, making matters worse. Sunny put Nina to bed after thinking Carly wouldn't show up. Of course, she did show up to see them together. As Sunny lost control, Nina assisted him in seeing that his drinking was interfering with his medication and that he needed to sober up. Nina made the decision to file a lawsuit for visitation rights to her grandson after Michael wouldn't let her anywhere near Wiley. Nina lost her petition despite Sunny testifying on her favor. Sunny sought to assist Nina in moving on, and the two of them succeeded. Even though Nina rejected Drew's proposal to sell her crimson in the hopes of aiding Carly in obtaining the funds necessary to repurchase her half of the Metro Court, she did purchase Carly's portion of the hotel with the aim of restitution. Naturally, Carly had no interest in her competition and politely rejected her. Later, Nina declined Olivia's offer to purchase the shares. Nina made the incorrect assumption that Willow and TJ were having an affair after seeing them embrace. Nina was shocked when it was subsequently discovered he had been consoling Willow since she had stage 4 leukemia, but that was nothing compared to the revelation that Willow was actually her biological daughter and Carly had been keeping it a secret for a very long time. When Nina discovered she couldn't give Willow bone marrow, she determined to hold Carly accountable for separating them. She hesitated at first to report Carly and Drew for insider trading after seeing them making out. But after being booted from Willow and Michael's wedding, she gave Martin Gray the go-ahead to contact the SEC. It was too late for Willow to convince Nina to give up her grudge against Carly, and Ava forewarned her that if Sunny learned of it, she would be finished. Sunny proposed to Nina while she was unaware of all the drama, and after some back and forth, she finally said yes. After confronting Nina about it, Ned Quartermain went to tell Drew the truth after overhearing her discussing calling the SEC with Martin, but he tripped, hurt his head, and almost drowned in the hotel pool. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.